Hey guys, I'm doing another chit chat video with you all today because I know you guys really enjoy it. I'm just finishing off and what biscuit am I eating? A ginger snap biscuit. They're very nice. My washing pile today, I've actually been quite not organised, just different in my routine. It's actually worked out quite well. I pulled out all my ironing the other day and stayed up one night and got all the ironing done. So all I have in here is washing to fold and put away. And it's almost taken the pressure off of once I fold the washing, I've then got ironing to do. Just on a different approach. I should put a podcast on. No TV, kids went down, husband had something on with work late one night. So I just very quietly listened to a podcast and got all of my ironing done, which was good. And it was a podcast I was really, really enjoying. Not for the sake that it was like a good podcast. It was an interesting podcast. It was the Where's William Terrell. She's come up here to eat these biscuits and she's just about nabbed herself one. Hear that? Go on, down you get. It's been a really interesting podcast to listen to. If you've heard my stories before, you know I love reading non-fiction, biographies, autobiographies. I just find that more interesting when it's real, when it's happened and it's true. I just don't really have the time, and I never have for fictional videos, fictional books. They just can't get me involved to sit down. When it comes to movies, that's fine, that's great. I'll happily sit down and watch a good comedy or something. So when a girlfriend told me about this William Terrell podcast, I was like, oh, it's come back up in the news again. I hope they're getting close to finding at least him, and then they can go down the path of finding what happened and that sort of thing. So I listened to the podcast and it was great. So I got all my ironing done, listened to the podcast in some peace and quiet. And it's actually quite different listening to either the radio or a podcast and not have the TV on and looking up to it. I literally zoned out, put my ironing board up here, zoned out, and just got all my ironing done. So today, she's coming back for more. No. Today, them down there, all I have to do is fold this washing and I put it away. And that, keep on my light now. I've actually got a coffee sitting beside me that I was going to enjoy with these biscuits while we chatted. I might have to put the biscuits on the bench and have them afterwards. But what was I saying? I don't know now. Get my washing done. But I was wanting to come on today for today's little chit chat fold washing with me. First of all, before we get into my little topic for today, which is actually going to be around money. Not an expert, this is just my thoughts and opinions and what I'm working on come February. But I'd love to know how everyone is doing. One, with the world, with what it's doing, opening up borders and that sort of thing. I don't need to hear stuff around anti-vax, full pro-vax and that sort of stuff. I just want to know how you are doing. Some people are anxious, some people can't wait to see family. Some people I know have messaged me saying that they're stressing out because it's coming into the silly season, the crazy season, the most stress in regards to money season. Some people are looking forward to it because it's the favourite time of year for some people. So I'd just like to know how you are all going. For us, we have been extremely busy. As in, we've had like 3 birthday parties almost every weekend. Definitely think we've overdone it. My kids are definitely starting to feel it. Oh, damn it, that needs ironing. One shirt needs ironing. I thought that was a pajama t-shirt. So I have an ironing pile that's going to join the chat today. I haven't done my hair, it's all falling out in the front. Yeah, we've had so many birthday parties to attend the past probably 6 weeks. It's probably been a little bit too much. But they're all friends and you can't say no. But I've definitely noticed my kids have felt the impact of it. And the way my kids have got their classes structured at the moment with the kindy and daycare they go to, they've grouped the kids in the same sort of month they were born. So if you're born in like May, June, July, they've kind of kept you together, which means all the birthday parties are May, June, July. So it's a very busy time of year, and then you've got Christmas and New Year's, and I think we may have overdone it this year. Next year will be different for my son, because obviously, she's coming around this way now. Obviously, the kids in his class for school next year will be of a range of birthdays from January down to December, which I'm actually looking forward to. So for us, it's probably just been a bit too busy. I sat down last night to my husband. Let me just put these on the bench, because it's not going to work. If you know my dog, that's not going to stop until she is successful. I feel like I need to redo my hair. I haven't even done my hair. It's all sort of falling out. So yeah, I sat down to my husband last night. I think we've overdone it. We used to go through and be like, okay, this weekend we're going to book out. We're busy, but for busy it was, this is our family weekend. We're going to go away, we're going to do something, whether it's just a day trip or something, and we haven't, because it's literally been back-to-back birthday parties and functions and work Christmas parties, and when the borders open, his family from down south is going to come up, and it's Christmas and it's New Year's, and we just don't have any time to just, on the weekends when you don't do anything, you might go to a park, you might go to the beach, you might just hang around your house all day, mow your lawns, play in the garden, and just, I call it like free play. Like, there's no agenda, you can just stroll and do as you want, walk to the coffee shop, make a coffee at home, watch movies all day. We literally have not had a weekend to do that for probably 5 or 6 weeks, and it's really caught up with us. So if you ask how we're doing, we're tired because we've been too busy, and it's been self-inflicted. So next year, I'm hoping the birthday parties are more spread out, and we're going to go back into probably every 4 or 5 weeks. We just book out a weekend, and that's our family weekend. And if we don't do anything, that is fine. But we've spent time as a family, we've had a slower pace of living for the weekend, and we can just sort of wind back and chill. It's really hard when you've got kids to not do anything, or just, chill and relax and sleep in. That doesn't really exist when you have children. And my children are very active. They're up quite early, and we're sort of go, 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 go. And then they crash. She's still hanging out by my side here, expecting a biscuit to come her way. So that will definitely be more of a focus for next year for me. I hope you guys haven't been in the same situation. And if you have, please reassess it and make sure you've got time. Book in time to stop. Just stop. Or book in time to have nothing planned. And if someone says, hey, are you busy this weekend doing a catch-up? You can say no. You say, no, I've got plans. And your plans, you don't have to tell them and justify it, but your plans are to do nothing. What are your plans? So that's how I'm going. I hope you are all well. I would love to know how the past couple of weeks have been for you, what you're up to, what your plans are going to be moving forward for the next, when's Christmas? 4 weeks from now? 5 weeks from now? 4 and a bit weeks from now? I'm not too sure. I just know the day that it's on, and I better not forget you have presents wrapped. I don't think that's it. I feel like be a bit more organised. I was wanting to chat topic-wise today around budgeting. I am working on, so I had one of these years ago, and someone asked me about it because I mentioned it on my Instagram page when I just done Instagram. I didn't have YouTube, and they're like, what's this budget thing you've got? Can I get a copy? I'm like, it's just something I made years and years ago when we had a lot of finances going in and out and in and out. We had properties that we were trying to manage, and I just needed to see everything and break everything down. And then we had children and our income changed, and I just needed a better oversight of things. So I just kept working on a template, and I got more detailed in the template, and then the template grew, and then people were like, I really like this, can you share it? I'm like, I can share it. I don't know why I can't share a blank template, and you can do it yourself. I'm happy to help people get better with their finances and see their money and plan and save and do things that they really want to do. So I started sharing it. People really enjoyed it. I got feedback. I brought out a version 2, then I brought out a version 3. No, I brought out a version 2, and now I'm working on a version 3. Now, the version 3 I'm doing is quite different from the other 2. A lot more detailed. A lot more detailed. I am talking weekly, fortnightly, monthly, annual totals. I'm talking about the section where you put in your car insurance or car payments. I've got a section where you can put in your policy number, your excess. Like, it is so detailed. Even a tab that I put it out to a few people. I think I had 8 people I put it out to give me some feedback. And over the past couple of months, and more so the past couple of weeks, the feedback's come through. I'm like, oh, wouldn't it be great? I know a lot of people like doing bulk at Aldi's or bulk at Costco's, or they buy online, but they have like a weekly shopping list and they budget weekly. And then how do you budget weekly with your bulk Costco's and that sort of thing? I've created a tab where you can see that and manage that. So, thread we don't want. So there's a lot in there. It's got sections on finance and health. If you don't have private health insurance, are you going to budget for private health insurance? So it's all in there. I can't go into like too much detail because it's coming, but as in regards to show you because it's not finished. But I've also got a YouTube sort of a series coming, the 28-day financial challenge. And we're going to go into more detail in the budget planner that I am making, that I am finishing. And I've also got like a little handbook I'm bringing out, and it's going to give tips along the way. Have you considered these things here? I'm not a financial planner. I am not an expert. This is just something I have made, and I have found it really useful. Does that need ironing? I would never have said that 5 years ago. I used to iron my pajamas, and I could blame my mum and my nana for embedding that into me. Ironed everything. What was I saying in regards to the budget? Yeah, so it's a budget template I have made. And the reason I actually started liking it is one day we had to go down to our accountant and get a couple of things sorted. And I forgot to bring some paperwork. Is that part of it? Yep, can mix that up. But the budget template I actually use, the program I use for it, it has an app. It's a free app. It's through Google, and that's why you will need to have a Gmail account. That is all you need. They are free to sign up to. I'm trying really hard to keep this free. I could definitely go get my own app made. I don't like the prices people are quoting me, and I attempted to do like an online training program to create apps, and then I tried to create one. And I got so frustrated because the way I wanted it to the end product, I couldn't get it. I'm like, this is just not worth it. So I've just gone with this template that I have. So when we went to our accountant, I was like, oh yeah, I've just got it on the app. I'll bring it up, scroll through, open the tabs, and like, here's the amounts we're looking for. It was really, really good. I have sent out, I quickly sat down the other week and just worked out, I'm going to put this over there. I have sent this out to over 3,000 people, version 1 and version 2. I think version 3 is going to be so much better. Even I sat down and filled it out, and I was just like, oh gee, like budgeting for Christmas, for birthdays, budgeting for anniversaries. Do you need to budget for the coffee you have at work? Do you need to budget for the petrol? Do you need to budget for the insurances? In the insurance section, I give a tip saying, if you've got all these insurance policies, can you get a better price? Can you be more competitive? You should be reviewing these every 3 months. I give tips along the way to sort of be like, oh, that's a really good idea, a really good point. So to help it get off the ground and running, I'm doing the 28-day financial February challenge. It's going to come in February. February's got 28 days this year. The reason I'm doing February, because some people are like, can you bring it out sooner? 2 reasons. One, I don't have the time, and I'm not paying anyone, and I'm not charging for this. I'm just doing this off my own free time, which I'm more than happy to do. And it's going to take me, I'm working on like a little bit almost every night. I'm not joking, a little bit every night I'm working on, but this is going to take me till probably mid-January to be fully finished. The second part is, in Australia, now I know I've got other people in this community on Facebook, on YouTube and Instagram, and I do have a Facebook page too, and majority of these people are Australian. And for Australia, our busiest financial time of the year tends to be just after back to school. So we have Christmas, we have New Year's, and then we have back to school. Now, I used to work in retail when I was going through high school and university, and I worked in a shoe store, and it was the most profitable time of year. Not Christmas, not Mother's Day, back to school. And it is such an expensive exercise for some families. More than one kid, you're buying potentially 2-3 pairs of shoes. Usually the parents replace their shoes getting for the year ahead. Some parents would come in with 4 kids and they're walking out with at least 8 pair of shoes. And the shoes that we sold, I had towels somewhere over there, beach towels. The shoes we sold were anywhere from and this is going back, when did I work there? It would have been 15, 18 years ago. And the shoes were ranging from $50 to $150. Times that by 8 pair of shoes, that is really expensive. But that's not it. 'Cause if you're a parent, you know you've got school fees. If you do private schooling, you've got quite expensive school fees. You've got school uniforms. You've got book lists and all that kind of stuff. If your kids catch public transport, you've got to fill up their little, we call them go cards here, but I know other places call them different things, but you put money onto a card and the kids can use the public transport. It's a big, expensive time of year. School bags, hats, lunch boxes. So I was like, let's just get through Christmas this year. So I'm kind of focusing on the Australian calendar. Let's get through Christmas. Let's get through New Year's. Unfortunately, it's done, it's dusted. You started spending your money. Just watch it, get through it, and then when it comes to February, let's get right down to the nitty gritty. So I'm going to do some YouTube videos as part of the series, and we're going to go through, and I'm going to do it with you guys because next year our lives change quite dramatically. We have a house we're paying rent on, we have a house we're paying a mortgage on, and at the same time we're renovating. So it's fine, I have budgeted for it, but I also need to make sure that I stick to our budget, and I want to refresh a couple of things. I've had our grocery bill sitting at where it's at for quite a while now with the price point. So what I'm going to do, hang on, I've got washing sitting all the way over here. I want to bring it in. What I would like to do, no, that was the kids, is go through and we're going to review actually how much you've spent on groceries. We're going to pull out all of our bank statements, go through, and did I actually spend an average of $140 a week on my groceries, or have they slowly crept up? And if they have crept up, sometimes that's out of our control. You can't go and get a cheaper insurance policy for a car if nothing else is cheaper. So if all the insurance policies go up and you've got the cheapest policy and you're going, well, that was more than I budgeted for, and you want to have insurance, you need to look at other areas that you can remove that money from. So we're going to go through it together. I've got a couple of videos I'm going to bring out for the series, and I'll try and pre-record them so I can make sure they come out on time for you all. But it's gonna, I'm hoping what's in my head transcribes across in the documents that we're writing up, and what I'm hoping I'll bring to the YouTube little series I'm hoping to bring out. I've got a lot of washing. This is my washing pile over here. Explains why I have no clothes. So I'm hoping it's going to be really good. So look forward to it. It's free. Everything I'm going to do is free. I'm not going to charge you. If you've got questions, I'm not going to charge you for them. Just know that I'm not an expert in this. I am a mum who is budgeting. I have always been a really big budgeter, and I've been really funny with my money. My nana and granddad used to take my sister and I to flea markets when we were little kids, and my mum used to tell me I did this all the time. I would only purchase something. So we used to get like 50 cents or $1, which was a lot for a flea market back then. Mum and Dad used to give us like $1 or $2. would walk to the flea markets with my grandparents on the weekend. Now looking back, I know it was to give my parents a break because they both worked full time and done night shifts and all that kind of thing. But would go to the flea markets. I would only purchase something, even if I didn't love it. So if there were 2 items and I preferred one over the other, I'm getting down to the socks now, guys, I wouldn't purchase the item I really wanted. I would purchase the item that would give me change, because I always wanted money. Not as in like I'm money hungry. I just always wanted to have savings and money up my sleeve and have the ability to spend more or save. It sounds really weird, but I swear that theory has stuck with me while growing up. It's just my into washing. Comfy? Don't give me that look. Don't give me that look. It has stuck with me. So I think that's why I've just naturally grown up being savvy with my money. Whether I've earned... there goes my washing. There's a whole couch. So Ella, there's a whole couch. She won't look at me. Whether I've made a lot of money at jobs I get overtime, or I've been on jobs that haven't paid a lot, or I've been through uni, 4 years at uni, scrimping and saving, all that kind of stuff, I've always been really savvy with my money. It's just something I've always done. And I swear, if I became a multimillionaire, wouldn't that be great? But I think I would still be savvy with my money. I think that's just natural built-in instincts with me. But anyway, that is what is coming. Now, you can't see, excuse me, all the templates and the details of the videos and the documents I'm working on. Hang on, I need to sip. It was a long night last night. That is actually my second coffee for the day, and it's still morning. But is there anything that you would like to have included? And if I've already got it, I can be like, massive tick. And if not, I'll be like, oh, should I consider it? Do we need to add it into it? But is there something when you budget you would like to have included? I'm going to have weekly, fortnightly, monthly, annual totals, which might actually scare you when you realize, oh, I budget, $250 a week for groceries. Do you know how much that actually means a year that you spend? It might make you change your ways on food going off and how you store food a bit safer. So there's a few methods to my madness on things. But if you've got a budgeting app, or if you're a budgeting guru, or if you really struggle and think, God, I wish someone would just have this for me, let me know, because I am still finalizing a few drafts of things. I've had a few comments come back over the past couple of days on, I think this would be great, and then that made me brainstorm and be like, oh, wouldn't this be a really good idea? So I've actually added quite a bit more to it in the past couple of weeks, which is really good. So bring your comments to below. Let me know if there's something that you would like. This is free. I'm not going to charge you for it. If I went down the path of actually developing my own app, sorry, my camera just died, and I would have to charge you, and I think that defeats the purpose of budgeting. I'm going to charge you money to help you budget. Anyway, so that is our little chat for today. I would love your comments and feedback. At the end of the day, I just hope you are really well. I hope going into the busy season, it doesn't overwhelm you. If you are alone or solo, don't let it upset you. You can still just have some quiet time. If you can't see family, if you haven't seen family for an extended period of time, just know that there is extended family. Friends mean a lot, neighbors mean a lot. Knock on your neighbor's door and take them some cookies, whether you've made them or bought them, and just do something that makes you happy in a time of year that is meant to be quite joyous. And I know with the current world events that can be still challenging for some people. I do know countries across the world have started going back into lockdowns and that sort of thing. In Australia it's summer, so we're kind of, I don't know, not killing the C word, but it's definitely suppressed because it's not in a colder climate where viruses tend to breed. Correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, I'm going to get all my socks paired off. I've actually got a process in my laundry I'm going to try and implement to stop having random socks. I'm going to leave today's video here. I really hope you were all well. I hope you're looking forward to February. I'm going to talk to you before Christmas. I'm not going to say have a happy Christmas. I'm going to get these socks done, finish my coffee. She's now snoring, so I can have a biscuit too. We'll talk soon. Bye.